Welcome to the Best Today podcast, episode 187. I am your host, Shantae Grant, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about 6 things that have helped me to maintain intention and organization within my home. Let's get started. Welcome to the Best Today podcast. I'm your host, Shantae Grant, creator of the Best Today Guide and owner of the Best Today brand, where we equip women with resources to help you show up as your best one today at a time. If you're ready to trade chaos, comparison, and busy for intentional living, you are in the right place. We believe that intention begins with first knowing who you are and what you want. Here on the podcast, we'll have conversations together about topics that matter to you on the journey of becoming, because we know that being your best leads to doing your best. So welcome to the podcast created to help women all across the globe proclaim, this is what my best today looks like. Let's get started. Hello and welcome to the Best Today podcast. I am your host, Shantae Grant, and today I'm going to talk about 6 things that have helped me to maintain intention and organization within my home in hopes that it will maybe spark something that might give you ideas of what might work in your own home. It's a question that I'm asked fairly often, and so wanted to do a podcast episode with what's working right now. So they're in no particular order, but the first thing that is on here is a schedule. Having a schedule for the humans that live in this home. We have a Monday through Friday schedule. And of course, right now I'm talking about during the school year, but we have the same thing in the summer, but it just clearly shifts. But a schedule for Monday through Friday, and then a schedule for Sundays. Saturdays can go different ways, and so those shift and change, but those 6 days of the week are really grounding for us so that we can all get the rest that we need and also just thrive in all the places where we all individually need to thrive. So when I say a schedule, clearly a big chunk of that day is school for my children. In the morning, that consists of getting them ready from school, in the afternoon, coming home from school, the time between getting home from school, dinner, bath, bed, all of those different chunks is on a rhythm. We have routines and there are time boundaries. The most important part of all of that are the time boundaries, right? There's a time where you got to be out the door. You got to be out the door at 7:15, right? There's a time to be in the bed. You have to be in the bed by 7:30, right? There's a time where there's no more downstairs, upstairs by 7, and we're not coming back down for anything. You forgot to get a glass of water. Sometimes that sucks because you were told, get your water before you go up the stairs, right? It's just certain things because it helps to create structure and it helps to ensure everyone is safe and healthy. That's what everything goes back to, like everyone's going to be safe and healthy. We're going to be healthy because you're going to be in bed in time to get enough rest. 6 o'clock, your alarm is going to go off. 7:15, you're going to be out the door. Between that, what needs to be done every morning? What did you do in the afternoon to make sure that you have to do as little as possible in the morning? So questions like that I'm trying to teach young children is really important. One, my consistency with that, because what you will see is they start to learn. They may fight it originally. They may fluctuate in doing it well, not doing it all, doing it halfway. But over time, they build these skills, which is helpful because it's going to keep them safe and healthy when they no longer live here, right? So it helps me to maintain the organization and the intention really here of the intention to keep everyone in the home healthy and safe. Heavy on the healthy at this point when we're thinking about these time boundaries and making sure everyone is aware of what needs to happen throughout the day. So a schedule, that's the first part that helps maintain that intention of we're all going to get rest. We're all going to have time to do the work that we need to do, whether that is taking out the trash, whether that is doing your homework, whether that's doing a little bit of studying and review, whether that work is cleaning up the room you've been designated to clean, whether that is whatever that work looks like for you, so that we also have time for the things we do enjoy: reading together, games together, having conversations together, There's a space in place for all of that when everything has a designated time and space, right? So it's not militant, but it is consistent and it is enforced, because a boundary that's not enforced is not a boundary. And it really does help to maintain order and make sure really everyone gets rest and everyone eats, right? You eat from this time to this time. Why is that important? Because it's important for you to go to school with healthy food in your stomach so that you can focus. It's healthy for you to have a nourishing meal planned for your lunch so that during the second half of your day, you can focus. It's important for me to give you a nourishing meal at the end of the day because you've done a lot all day. And this is what your body's going to use at night while you're sleeping to make you stronger and help you to grow, right? So everything is back connected to the things that matter to us, our health, our well-being. And our time spent together. Number 2 is time to myself. One of the most important things that I can do, and I'm going to say that you can do for your family, for your home, is to make sure you are fully taken care of. I have to have time and quiet to myself every single day. Every single day. Okay. So that means I have to make sure everyone else has what they need at night, because what I'm going to do is make sure I am in bed by 8:30 so that I can be up at 4, so that I can have significant time in the morning to do the things that fuel me, so that I can then, having fueled myself, prepare to jetapult and fuel everyone else in my home. I can take care of you because I have taken care of me. I can love my neighbor because I first love myself. And I am extending that practice that I start with me in my home. First home is in my body, right? I have done that in my own home, and now I can extend it to the homes of my family. I can extend that to my neighbor. And that is just a principle I live by. I love you. I can love you so well because I have first been the first partaker. I've been the first experiment, right? I first practice it with me. And I know I can get it right with me. I get it right with you, right? So number 2 is taking time for myself in the way that I need it. Number 3, limited to no space, really no space. I said limited, but the truth of the matter is I don't have space in our house for random stuff. This is not a tchotchke house. I can't breathe. I can't make it in a tchotchke house. Like if I had to live in one. Clearly, if you're a tchotchke lover, invite me over. I'd love it. But I just can't live in a tchotchke house. And for those of you who don't know, that's like all the little knickknacks. Like, oh, we have a little this that we got. We have 500 of them in this corner and 700 in this corner. Like, oh, no. For one, I have small children. They'd be everywhere. They would not be in the place where they were supposed to be. We don't collect anything here. No collectible, this, that, and the other. It just doesn't work for me. If it works for you, I love that for you, because just like me, you have done the thing that works for you. And that's what we're all doing, right? We're doing the things that work for us. But I'm going to tell you, if you find yourself every time you walk into your house breathing a little differently, just get rid of 10 things on the spot and do it every day until you don't feel that way anymore. Okay? There's just no space for random things. And children come home from these birthday parties and they have the random things. And so those things get about a 2-week shelf life in my house. When I see you're no longer into the thing, it's gone. But I do have a place for the little random birthday things, and it's right in the little toy bin for the miscellaneous toys. But again, when it's all over the house, when you go to school, my friend, it is going in the garbage. Okay, because that's where the limited comes in. But really little to no space for random things. Everything, which leads into number 4, there's a place for everything. If it doesn't have a home, it can't stay here. If you don't have a place where you can show me anything in my house and say, where does this go? And I can tell you exactly where it goes. Exactly where it goes. Because 1, when you're looking for it, guess what? You can find it. Number 2, you're not stepping on it. You're not bouncing over it. You're not looking at the thing in the place it's not supposed to be. Everything has a place. And if you don't know, come see me. I am the tour guide of my home. I can show you where it's supposed to go. That just makes things helpful also, again, for living with little children. If you can teach them, this is where this lives when you're done with it, they can put it back there. And everyone can be a participant in our home and keeping it orderly and clean. At Best Today, we exist to help women just like you Be your best one today at a time. So each week on the podcast, we are going to highlight your stories and your voices. So let's see what's in the inbox today. Today, we have a 5-star review of Right Now Routine from Erica, who writes, "Amazing way to streamline your life. I can't believe how much the Right Now Routine has improved my life. My mornings used to be stressful and I was nearly almost always late for work and couldn't figure out where the time goes in my day. This teaches you intentionality in your day, among many other things. It's not about doing more or stuffing more in your day, but taking time for yourself and doing what is important to your life. I started a nighttime routine to make sure my mornings had everything I needed to succeed. I have rarely needed to rush to work starting this program and have even been early to work most days. That is just a small example of how this has helped me in my life. I started grad school and work full time, and I still have time to relax and enjoy life by using these tactics. I think about my time and what is important differently. It's not a miracle. You have to want to put in the work, but Shante guides you to live your best today that works for your life. Oh, and get the bonus pack too. It helps you have examples of routines to work off of. I'm so happy that I found this and the Best Today products. Thank you so much, Erica, for sharing how Right Now Routine has helped you. I'm going to tell you, it's our most popular online program. It was our very first online program that came out in 2020 at a time where people needed more routine because life looked really different. And because of those routines, when life changed again, they were able to shift because they learned the framework for how to actually create routine that works whatever life might throw you. It can shift and change with you because your routines work for you and not the other way around. So if you want to learn my one-of-a-kind method on how to create routines that last in your life, then go to rightnowroutine.com right now, or you can go to besttoday.co and it's under the learning tab. Look for Right Now Routine and you can read the many 5-star reviews. And right now, I am doing monthly Right Now Routine live calls, which means you get a free coaching call with me that comes with your Right Now Routine. It is open to all Right Now Routine students. So join Right Now Routine and then get yourself inside of one of those coaching calls for 30 minutes and come and bring your routine to me, your questions. I'd love to help you. So again, you can get inside of Right Now Routine right now by going to besttoday.co, but we've made it even easier. It's linked right here where you're listening. Scroll down, click on Right Now Routine and get yourself inside. You get access immediately. Once you purchase, it will send you an email that gives you access. It has everything you need, including your workbook. And don't forget, take advantage of those Right Now Routine office hours while they last. All right, I will talk to you soon. But before we leave, scroll down, click on Right Now Routine, and get yourself inside of Right Now Routine right now. Thank you, Erica, for sharing that 5-star review. And you can read more at besttoday.co and click on Right Now Routine. Number 5, pickup routines, which kind of blends to number 4. What I was saying, pickup routines. It makes picking things up at the end of the day so easy because you just take it and put it where it belongs, right? Cleaning up common areas like our study room, the living room, dining room, kitchen. Everything has a place. I pretty much take care of the kitchen as of right now. So really that is just asking the children to put their papers back in their book bag where the book bag, on the book bag hook, their toys in the toy place, the games back in where the games go, the nuggets back stacked the way we stack the nuggets when we're not playing with them. It's so simple, but if it goes unnoticed, it can breed chaos and clutter and just not great things, right? So just having a pickup routine, meaning, okay, I think the other day I put a 20-minute, this was a weekend, it was Sunday, put a 20-minute timer on. I said, I'm going to do pickup for playroom, living room, and dining room. Took about exactly 20 minutes. I just took things and put them where it was supposed to be. Pillows back to the couch where they go, blankets from the couch in the nugget because we watched a movie on Friday night and they played on Saturday. And so everything just went back to where it was. And this was an instance where it was just easier for me to just do it in 20 minutes than having everyone else involved because of the way the weekend worked. Things stayed. We were up late watching a movie on Friday, Saturday out. So I just picked everything up. In 20 minutes, I had 3 rooms back exactly where it needed to be. Could have been faster, but if you're like me, you like to clean the music, and there are many, many multiple dance breaks. Okay. And number 6, giving every room an assignment and a purpose. I think this is really helpful to know the purpose of the room you're in, right? Some rooms might have multi-purposes, but in calling it that, like the bedroom, what's the first word? Bed. So in our bedrooms, all the 3 main bedrooms where the humans in the house sleep, the primary purpose of that room is rest. It is a place that is designated for your rest. That's the even more important part. Like my son's room is committed to his rest. It is not committed to his sister's rest, to my rest. This is the place made for you to rest, because I want you to understand the value in rest. I want you to think of your room as the purpose of it is a place for you to rest and not just sleep. Both rooms have, all 3 bedrooms actually have bookcases where we keep books. We are a reading family. Rest can be, I'm just going to go in my room and sit and read a book. I'm going to go in my room and sit and look out the window. I'm just going to go sit in my room and relax. The purpose of your room is to rest, which means what you won't do in your room, you won't be eating in there. The purpose of your room is not to eat. There are 2 rooms in this house that the purpose are to eat. That is the kitchen and the dining room. So if you say, I want to eat, you've now already told me you're going to be in 1 or 2 rooms in our home. And usually that's the kitchen, right? If you told me you want to rest, you're either going to be in your room or you're going to be downstairs in the living room. Okay. So understanding the purpose of the room, I think helps to maintain the purpose, right? To make sure that there's no, like the example, like I said, you're not going to go eat in the bathroom. That's not the purpose in there. You're not going to go and cook in the playroom, right? In the study. And that's why we actually even changed. I talked about this in a number of episodes. We used to what we called the playroom. I'm still catching myself. We call it the study now because it's much more used for that right now. My children are older. When we play, it is as a family usually playing games. They may be playing with the Nugget, and that's in a combination of the living room and the playroom, or outside or on our back porch. It's the study because I want them to have a place where they enjoy going to read. That is where we do a lot of reading, and that is where we do our homework. That is where we might sit and do Bible study. It's the study. I gave you a purpose. The living room gets a little bit of everything, right? It gets played. It gets rested in. It gets where friends, come and visit. Because we live in that room. That's the purpose. That purpose is for us to live in that room. We don't eat in that room because what did we say? 2 rooms with purpose. So as I'm listening to myself, hopefully this doesn't sound too militant, but if it does to you, that's on you, not on me. It's not militant. It's a house full of love, but guess what? It's a house of order and intention and organization. And I'm not the only person responsible for keeping up with it. Everyone is aware of these things, and it helps us all to work seamlessly, for the most part, I do have children, seamlessly together. And it aids us all in being able to do the things that matter to us. We all get to go and do the things that are important to us because we collectively take care of our home so that we can also individually do the things that we like within it and outside of it. And so those are 6 things that help me in this moment maintain intention and organization in my home, and just help to keep things, when I say intentional, like I said, every room has an intention. Do you know what the intention of the rooms are in your home? Is the hall closet, is that a place where we store games, backstock, towels, laundry? Like every room can have a purpose. Every part can have a function and a purpose. And if you define it, it helps you to move the stuff out that gets in the way of that purpose. That's it. That's what I've got for you this week. Thank you for being present with me on this week's episode of the Best Today podcast. Let me know if you have questions about anything that I shared today. You can always reach out to us at hello@besttoday.co, emailing us, or leave a voicemail at besttoday.co/voice. What else do I have for you? I think that's it. Remember, I would love for you to subscribe to my online publication. I'm going to tell you going forward, that is where you'll be able to hear more from me. And actually, I was going to say my voice. It's my words, my writing, but I do record most of the things that I write as well. So if you want to listen on the go, you want to go to forthoseonthejourney.com, or we've linked it right here in the show notes. subscribe and come on and join me over there. I'll be writing much more as we near into a new season of business. So make sure you're subscribed for those on thejourney.com. If you enjoy the podcast, you're going to want to be subscribed to For Those on the Journey. All right, friends, I will talk to you on the next episode. And I'd love to hear what are the things you do to maintain intention and organization in your home. Come over to the Best Today community and share it with us. We've linked the community right here in the show notes. Bye for now. This podcast is provided for you every week by Best Today, where we are on a mission to help you to live and work well. We do this by creating resources that bring intention to how you plan, schedule, work, and live. You can get started in one of 3 easy ways. First, by taking our product quiz at besttoday.co/quiz. 2, joining us in our online community, the Best Today community, at besttoday.co/community. Or 3, connect with us through email at besttoday.co/email, all of which are linked below in the show notes. To learn more about our company and what we do, visit besttoday.co and join thousands of customers around the world pursuing a life of intention, one today at a time.